There was a time in my life where I felt completely disconnected from myself. I couldn't hear my intuition. I felt numb and confused about what I actually wanted. I was confused about who I was, if I was doing the right things. And when I did make decisions, I instantly second-guessed them. On the outside, I don't think people could really tell what was going on with me. But inside, I felt pretty restless and scattered. And the more I felt uncomfortable with myself, the more I tried to escape from myself instead of actually listening to myself. If you've been thinking, I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't even know what I want anymore, stay with me. You haven't lost yourself. You've just been drowning out your own voice without even realizing it. And in a minute, I'm going to show you exactly what's blocking it and the 24-hour reset that really helped me hear myself again. Before we do dive in, what's one area that you feel confused about yourself right now? Is it your work, your relationships, your money, or kind of everything? Type it in the comments below, because naming it is going to be the first step to transforming it. Okay, let's go. Hey, I'm Alice. I'm a hypnotherapist, and 2 years ago, my business and relationship completely failed. And just before this happened, I was completely disconnected from myself. I was feeling pretty unhappy in my life, and instead of slowing down and listening to that, I chose to stay busy. I was distracting myself. I was numbing myself. I would play games on my phone. I became an expert at playing backgammon. I would watch Netflix really late into the night. I was always filling the quiet moments with something external. So I essentially did not have to be alone with my own thoughts. And guess what? The more that I ignored myself, then the worse my decisions became. My intuition was getting quieter, my creativity was becoming dimmer, and this is when my business started to suffer. This had nothing to do with my capabilities. I just simply was not being present with myself. And here's the thing, when you stop listening to yourself, your life is going to eventually force you to. And I learned that the hard way. And in a minute, I'm going to show you the experiment that finally helped me hear and see myself again. I'm wondering when the last time was that you truly let yourself be with yourself without any other distractions around you. Because if you can't remember, then this is a very good sign to keep watching, because what I'm going to share with you next is really important. Many of us are avoiding the silence. Here is what I was doing and what the women I work with are doing too. The moment that we feel uncomfortable, anxious, uncertain, bored, or lonely, we will reach for something to fill that space, because the silence will eventually bring you face to face with the truth, and the truth can be very uncomfortable. So instead of facing that and listening to what has to come up, we distract ourselves. Instead of listening, we consume. Instead of feeling, we distract. Instead of trusting ourselves, we look outward. And slowly over time, that's when we begin to forget what our own voice even sounds like. See if you can notice this in yourself today. How fast are you reaching for something when you feel discomfort? If you're willing to be honest about it, type me in the comments. So at some point I had a big realization. I wasn't confused about things because I lacked answers. I was confused about things because I never let my thoughts finish. Every time an idea tried to form in my mind, it got interrupted. Every time an emotion started to surface, I was bypassing it. Every time my intuition was trying to speak to me, I would drown it out. And that's when I did start to see the real issue. It wasn't that I didn't trust myself, it was that I was not giving myself the space to hear myself. I was denying my own voice to speak. So when was the last time that you let an idea, a thought, a feeling fully go all the way to the end without interrupting it with something? This is why I think that we are feeling the way we are feeling right now as a society. The biggest thing that is blocking our intuition right now is all of this external noise. And you know what I am talking about. I am talking about the phone. The phone. The phone. The scrolling, the games, the background videos, the endless input. We have trained ourselves to avoid being alone with our own mind. So of course we can't hear ourselves. We are never allowing ourselves to be in the room long enough to hear what has to be said. If this is landing with you, stick with me, because this is a turning point. I decided to run an experiment. I turned my phone off for 24 hours and trust me, it was difficult. I didn't think it would be difficult, but physically turning this phone off for 24 hours, it was tough. But the results were mind-blowing. A lot happened in that 24 hours. hours? First of all, time. Time completely slowed down for me. I did things that I had been putting off for weeks, and my emotions started to come through, and I could really start to feel then clearly that numbness just wasn't there anymore. My ideas started to come back. I could feel my creativity reigniting, and at the same time, my anxiety, it was dropping. My anxiety was dropping fast. And I realized something powerful. Self-trust will come back to you so quickly when you are not outputting your energy into all these other things. Now, I get it, okay? You might be thinking, well, Alice, you're single, you don't have children, you work for yourself. That's easy for you to turn your phone off for 24 hours. And I get it. I completely respect that. If it truly is the case that you cannot turn your phone off for 24 hours, there is still a way. How about you start with what you can actually do? How about 10 minutes, just 10 minutes with your phone off? How about eating one meal without a screen turned on? How about having a shower without any music playing? Or just taking a walk by yourself with your own thoughts, no podcast. If you're willing to try even a mini version of this, perfect, type I'm in the comments and let's do it. What I'm recommending here is really not about dismissing technology, getting rid of technology. It's simply about creating conditions where your inner voice can exist. And if you're recognizing that your phone addiction is steadily getting worse and worse, then the answer is to step away and give yourself the space that you really do need right now. And if you do need a little bit of a helping hand, I've got you. Ta-da! This is what I did have to get to really help me. This is a lockbox. So you literally put your phone in here. This is quite old. Please forgive the discoloration. You close the lid and then basically you press this button right here and you can, I think you can take this up to 72 hours if I'm correct. There is a way to get it unlocked, but it's very long-winded and you don't want to open it, okay? If you really were an emergency, but you lock it and then it is done. I will link it in the comments, okay? Your inner world matters way more than another hour of just doom scrolling. And if you're thinking, yeah, okay, getting rid of my phone for a little bit of time would definitely help me, but I need way more than this, then I got you on that as well. In the description below, you're going to find my free Success Reset quiz. It's going to help you see exactly where you are in life right now and what the next best step is for you to break through to your next chapter. If you need the support, the link to the free quiz is below. If you feel that you're ready to go even deeper with this phone detox, then I do have some suggestions for you. On top of no phone, it can be also very good to be able to reconnect with your own voice again if you have no music, no books, no caffeine, and no laptop, okay? Because the laptop can replace the phone. And of course, you don't have to do all of these at once, but combining them can kind of superpower this experience. If you take one thing from this video, is that if you want to trust yourself again, you're gonna have to hear yourself again. And hearing yourself requires space. If this hit home for you, then subscribe and stick around. This channel is for you if you are done drowning out your own power and you're ready to come home to yourself after failure. Up next, did you know that some of us are born to fail? If you have experienced many instances of failure in your life, then welcome to the club. I think it is one of the best clubs to be in. And I'm going to be revealing to you the opportunities that you've been missing from seeing failure, not as your friend, but as your foe. And remember, dear changemaker, you have not failed, you've been forged.